Hi, friends. Yeah, let's get ready for the day, I guess, while I kind of talk to you about how it's been since I'm back. I have my breakfast here, so I'll also be eating my breakfast at the same time. I kid you not, I think I have a couple of recordings of trying to talk about being back and what to do move forward. And each and every time I'm like, I don't like this. I'm deleting this. But yeah, I've been back. It's currently November. November the 17th. My chosen sister's birthday is today. So wish her happy birthday. Whew, my cycle just started, so I'm feeling all types of things. Feeling all over the place, and that's how I've been feeling since I returned. I returned in August, and let me tell you, when you have ADHD, adjusting, change, not the most fun thing in the world. I left for Japan and I was like, okay, I can do this. It was a little changing up the whole routine was a little difficult in the beginning, and then I started to get a rhythm. Then once I got a little bit used to that rhythm, I returned back home again, and now I'm back home. Rhythm completely out of whack. Some days it's better than others, but I'm not gonna say I confidently readjusted functionally as I would have liked to. My sleep schedule, some weeks it goes well, other weeks, like the last 2 weeks, have been incredibly weird. I cannot sleep until it's like 3 o'clock at night, and then I have to wake up at 8 a.m. So it's been a lot of that. It's been a lot of feeling just stuck in my body about, okay, what to do, what to do, what to do. And not just like acclimating to like just being home again, but also the changing of the weather. It's been kind of like back to back being punched in the face by an MMA fighter. So that's kind of what I've been feeling. Not the most fun way to enter, a whole story, but it is tea and it is truth, and I think I would like to focus on that. These are some allegedly pimple patches. I use them as like don't pick your skin patches because I have picked up a habit of picking my skin whenever I get really anxious. And I usually pick like the pimples. And because I've been in a state of anxiety for the past couple of weeks, months maybe, let's just say my skin has not really quite adjusted. Well, that's the one thing I immediately noticed. Came back to the Netherlands, my skin all out of whack. While my skin was free and glowing when I was in Japan. So that was a little sad. I think also added to the fact that I've just been in heightened state of like anxiousness the entire like ever since I'm back. Doesn't help either, but we just gotta roll with the punches. Huh? I have little stars, and I will put on little stars on my face because they make me very happy. I get a lot of looks throughout the day, but it makes me very happy. So who cares? Who's watching? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's kind of how I am currently. I've started back university again. I'm currently in my third year. This is my allegedly final year. From February on, I have to start writing my thesis, and this month I actually have to pick like a thesis coordinator. They're doing something really weird this year, so I don't know. I have to pick a thesis coordinator, and then cross my fingers and hope that I get placed by the one that I want to, because my thesis coordinator is going to decide what type of thesis I'm going to write, which is kind of, I don't know, maybe that makes sense in other countries, but this is the first time they're doing this with our year. Last year you could just like, you just got appointed a thesis coordinator and then you could just write the thesis that you wanted to write, and now it's like, okay, these are the themes that we have, these themes are attached to these coordinators, you gotta pick your coordinator, and then we're gonna assign you to a coordinator, and then based on the coordinator you get, that's the thesis you're gonna have to write. I'm not very happy about that, but you know what? It is what it is. Gonna get what it's gonna get. Like, we are the trial, I guess the trial year that they're doing this with, which kind of sucks because you know how trial years get. It's all like figure it out as you go. I think it sucks for us is because a lot of us come back from Japan and having like something that makes sense or something that we can anticipate and a structure that we can rely on because it's been done before. I think a lot of us would benefit from that. At least I would really benefit from that, and from the talks that I've had with my peers. Like, I feel like we're all kind of in the same boat. I'm doing a minor in music studies. I was initially very excited to do it, but now that I'm actually doing it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very happy about it. It's very, I didn't expect it. It's very technical, even though they said it wasn't going to be technical. I think a lot of the readings that we get and a lot of the concepts that the teachers are talking about aren't very clear. They're very vague. I've just been fighting myself each and every step of the way, ever since university started. Because one, I simply don't know what to do and what I want to do. And two, I don't really like what I'm doing. And I think when you have ADHD, it's one of the hardest fucking things to get yourself going when you're just not enjoying what you are doing. And I've been trying to like gaslight myself into like find joy in everything, but it's not really working. And I just have to push through. Or I'm choosing to push through, because I don't know what else to do. And that's kind of, it's hard not to see what else is there when you're in the midst of it. And in my case, what I tend to do is I just tend to push through and hopefully, fingers crossed, I make it out to the other side. Is that the best way to go about it? I don't know. But it's a way. And it's kind of sad because I was really looking forward to doing this minor. I was really looking forward to like going to my third year and really zoom in into something that I really liked or really enjoyed. Make this year a lot more fun for me, especially after coming from Japan and after pretty intense first and second years. Just to end up in the third year not really happy with where I am and what I'm doing. Maybe you can relate. And if you do, what did you do? Coming back has been a doozy. I thought it was going to be a lot more easier to get back into it than it actually is. So yeah, it's been hard adjusting, I guess. I feel like I'm kind of nudging an ADHD burnout. And with nudging, I mean maybe I'm already in it. But, we don't want to admit to everything as of right now. Been trying to get on medications. It's been difficult. It's a long, arduous process, and it's been difficult. And I thought I'm gonna come back and things are gonna run a lot more smoother than the previous years. I come back, it's chaos. And I think the chaos lives more so in my mind than it does externally. But because I'm thinking about chaos, I'm perceiving everything as chaotic and as like this huge boulder I'm trying to move out of the way. Externally, it manifests itself as well because I find it really difficult to look at like the little things in life that make me happy. I'm not dancing. Let's just say I burned out a little bit with ballroom as well. My chapter disbanded. I'm not gonna say the reasons for that, but I left before the entire chapter disbanded, and coming to terms with that also has been really difficult. Just like the amount of stress that you kind of have to go through to like, one, reach the conclusion that you're kind of reaching a burnout and that you can't really balance university, personal lives with ballroom anymore, and two, having to, make the final decision of like, okay, well then I need to leave the house because I need to take a full step away from everything. Yeah, it's been hard. And I think all that stress really manifested itself in the word of the day, manifest. Really manifested itself in my body, in which like I've just not been living la vida loca. I don't even know if that's the right turn to say, but I've just it's been hard. My body has been under constant stress. So look, I've been saying like my body has been under stress for like the past 2 months, but I feel like I've just been running and trying to fight to get to where I wanted to go, which was the exchange, every step of the way. And I'm now at a point in my third year and my body's just like, we're done. And I feel like that has been difficult. And having to learn to deal with that, I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard. Honestly, I really wish I could be here and be like, life is good. And life is good. Life is actually good. I've been externally in the most stable place I've ever been in my life. I'm like hands down boots. But just because that's externally doesn't mean like internally, I'm still fighting the same demons. And that's kind of a hard coming to terms with and trying to see how I can overcome them. That is a very difficult process for me right now. It might sound really stupid. Like beforehand, I had stuff to blame. But now, with tons of therapy and, just having a more stable place in life, I cannot blame stuff anymore. Everything I'm doing, I'm holding a mirror back up to myself and realized that no, it's not the external stuff. Now everything else has cleared out. Now it's me having to deal with me and having to teach myself that I don't have to use the same mechanism, the same coping mechanisms anymore that I would have to use beforehand, because life is so different now. Not only is life different now, I am different now. That's the first time I've put on mascara in a good few months. Look at that. Very happy. So, yeah, that's kind of been, let me take a bite of my sandwich before it gets cold. It's already cold. I'm an analytical bitch. I have to think and overthink everything. Everything has to have a reason. Everything has to have an explanation. But really, I think it's so stupid for me to hold myself to such a high standard when I know I just don't work like that. I do things pure off of fucking vibes. I have come here pure off of fucking vibes. I wanted to do this major, Japan studies, pure off of fucking vibes. And then I wanted to do the exchange pure off of fucking vibes that I had when I was a kid. It's kind of stupid for me to like sit over here and fight myself each and every turn trying to find explanations, rationalize my feelings, rationalize these phases that I'm in, trying to find answers for things that are inherently just a feeling, just a vibe. And that's something I'm learning too. But it's hard. Listen, people have told me throughout my entire life, you are so fucking hard on yourself. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Until I've been recently going through all my older journals, and it's a pattern. It's a pattern. I'm really hard on myself. And for what? And genuinely, I'm so astonished, because I read like these old journals back and I'm like, for what? Why am I so critical? And then I'm like, wait, but I still do that. Realizations and stuff, I guess. Basically, I've just been thinking a lot, and that's not really healthy. I need to move. I'm a Sagittarius rising. I know, I hate when people say that. But also, it's such a vibe. It's such a mood. You know what I mean? I'm a Sagittarius rising. I need to move. What am I not doing? Moving. I stopped dancing for a minute, you know, just a little. But then I put myself in like these boxes where I'm like, oh, I need to dance this way. No, I just need to dance because I want to dance. I need to dance however I feel like my body wants to move. And that has nothing to do with how it should be perceived. That's another thing too. The act of being perceived, or knowing I'm being perceived. Like, I'm trying to perform each and every direction, even though nobody is watching. And that's the fucking problem with me, because I cannot just be. That is just the diva in me. But the diva in me is not a monster. I wouldn't call him that. But the diva in me is very toxic. Again, I'm so used to performing, right, for the other, that every and each goal that I have that initially comes from just vibe is being turned into a performance for somebody else. And that's not something that other people enforce on me. It's not something that is being expected of me. That is something I just thought myself growing up. If I do this, I will get this. If I do this, this will happen. And each and every time I, like, you know, replace the bar with something else, the goal with something else. And so I'm never happy. I'm never satisfied. I'm never content. Which again, toxic. And it's really hard reframing that. It's really hard trying to just stay with the vibe. And the thing is, I don't think there are any answers other than just to live through it. And I don't think there are any answers that I can seek outside of myself that, you know, will help me come to terms with this process and with this phase in my life. How's going with uni? I have no idea. I have an essay I still need to write and hand in. I'm a month late. And it is what it is, and it's gonna give what it's gonna give. Yeah. Am I done? I think I am. This is the vibe for today. I have a slick back because I'm wearing a hoodie. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to spend time with me. Thank you for hearing me out. I hope you're okay. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know when that is, but I'll see you in the next one. Mata ne!